it's no secret that I'm Nigel Farage's biggest hater. I'm like if Reverse Flash, Kendrick, 50 Cent and Lex Luthor had a magical night of passion underneath an EU flag. But a consequence of that obsession is that I notice things like vocal patterns, like a specific vocal pattern that Nigel Farage uses when he has absolutely nowhere left to go, when somebody has him dead to rights. Because recently Nigel Farage has been in trouble because all of his classmates are coming out and saying that he was an off-the-scale racist at school, and so he's been trying to point to other things that were racist at the time, like what about this performer or this BBC show that was racist as well, so I can't be that bad. And that kind of whataboutery, when he has absolutely nowhere to go, sounds like this.
And what about Alf Garnett? Do you remember what he called Marigold?
And as soon as I heard that, I was like, I've heard that before. That's the exact same voice that he made when I proved that his whole premise of leaving the EU, of the EU has completely uncontrolled immigration, as soon as I proved that that was wrong because EU law allows you to control immigration, he came out with blaming Tony Blair, and it sounded like this.
Reading right here, Article 7 of the EU Citizens' Rights Directive, which says that in order to come here without a job, you need to have sufficient resources to not become a burden on the social assistance system of the host country and have comprehensive medical insurance.
Yeah, it's theory and practice, isn't it? It's theory and practice.
Yeah, it's in theory and practice, but then you've got to ask yourself, if the government hasn't been implementing EU-made restrictions on immigration, then who should we be blaming? Should we be blaming the EU or should we be blaming the government?
Well, what about blaming Tony Blair? He's the guy that opened it all up, in every way, and not just, Femi, to the EU. He did it to the whole world as well. Femi, in theory, you're right. In theory, under European treaties, there are restrictions that can be placed.
And I'll play them side by side for you.
What about blaming Tony Blair?
And what about Alf Garnett?
What about blaming Tony Blair?
What about Alf Garnett?
So from a psychological perspective, this is his tell. This is how you know that he knows he's lying.